Hi, how you going? It's Tom here from Transition Foundation. Now, I'm just shooting this video because I just wanted to point out just a really cool example, early example of how charities will run in the future. Now, we all know that charities are supposed to be very transparent, and we all donate a lot of money to charities, including governments as well, but we're always left in the dark, and we're never really sure on where that money gets spent. So Ethereum, as you know, if you've been following Transition Foundation for some time, is basically a world transparent computer. And part of those calculations or transactions it does, we can actually see where money or Ethereum goes. So one Ether at the moment is worth 11 US dollars or 0.02 Bitcoin. Now, what's really cool about the Ethereum uh, system, or basically a whole new version of the internet, is I can go, this is called etherscan.io, and I can go and look up, and we can currently see that there's a total supply of 78 million ethers in circulation. So just think of ethers like the US dollar. It's just a currency, okay? It's a designed currency. Now, we will see if Ethereum prints more, because this number would go up. But that's how many are there at the moment. And obviously, if uh, Ether was going to be printing more or minting more Ethereum coins, we'd all know about it because people would be talking about it. So now the other thing about this is, if I'm not going to talk about this whole site now, but what I will show is the address growth. So this is the amount of uh, growth that Ethereum is going through at the moment. So I've actually watched Ethereum since August 2015, and the daily increase in Ethereum accounts has gone up. Here it's at 177 per day, 209 per day, 205 per day. And I've actually watched it, and it's been very exciting because now it's going up to 1,000 per day, 500, 790 per day, 993 per day, and it's about to go through an exponential growth as people find out about the Ethereum story. Why is this so important? Ethereum is a very transparent blockchain technology. It's also a programmable blockchain technology. It's the most advanced blockchain there is out there. So, and it's also all open source, okay? All the code is open source, okay? It's very exciting. It means that it's transparent. We can all go and have a look how this system, or the architecture of this system, is created. Now, important to point out for people who don't know what open source is, it's just the architecture that is open source. It's not actually, everything inside it. It's the architecture. It's the way the government works. It's the way the system works, okay? It's like walking up to a bank and being able to see that the bank has giant steel doors and see how the giant steel doors are made, but you actually can't access what's inside. So it's very part of that peer-to-peer reviewing of those bank doors, or how the bank is designed, is what makes this so powerful. So it's the same here with the internet. So that's pretty cool. But what I wanted to show you more importantly is all accounts. So if I click on all accounts, so we can see here that there has been 132,000 Ethereum accounts created so far. And if I just show you what an Ethereum account looks like, this is actually a decentralized version of the internet right here. And an Ethereum account is basically it's just a number. Okay, so I'm just going to log in. So in here you can see there's a balance of 996 US dollars, but if I click on Tom Miller right here, that's an account ID. So when someone goes ahead and creates an account, they're creating an Ethereum address, and that address is it's basically like a profile ID, whatever you want to call it, and only you can have that ID. So when you create it, you create the address, and you also create a password. So when you want to access something on that address or change something on that address, it asks you for a password. All right, so this might be all really new technology, but I'll just explain this part now. So the way this is really going to change charities. So we can see here there's 132,000 accounts, and there's 78 million Ether, as we could see. Found 78 million Ether. So remember, this is an Ethereum block explorer, so it lets us explore the entire Ethereum system. So we can see here that there is 11 million Ether on here. So Poloniex is a an exchange where people can change different cryptocurrencies for other cryptocurrencies, okay? So under this Ethereum address here, there's actually sub-addresses, and there's actually 11 million ethers worth of, 11 million ethers, which is actually, in terms of the whole value, is 14% of the whole value of all ether. All right. Now, what's really cool is if you have a look at this one here, so this is all accounts. There's two types of accounts. There's normal accounts, and then there's contract accounts. And what we can see here is a contract account. Now, what's really cool is that this contract account is actually the Ethereum development community, or the Ethereum Foundation. So if I right-click and click on it, I'll just go back actually, I can see that they hold, the developers there, or the Ethereum Foundation, hold 1.7% of the total value of all ether. So, which is pretty cool. It's not like a giant monopoly or anything. They only hold 1.7%, and I heard Vitalik, who's the guy who first thought up Ethereum, or decentralized applications, was that if the price of ether goes down to $6, the Ethereum Foundation would have enough funding. So at the moment it's $10.99. The Ethereum Foundation would have enough funding to allow them to continue their work for the next 4 years. So they're really not going anywhere anytime soon, which is really cool. So it's a very, very well-funded system, which and rightly so, because they're very transparent and they really, really walk their talk. I mean, a really cool term I heard was that, money talks, but blockchain walks, and that's what is going on here. Now, what's even really super cool is I can click on, so this is the Ethereum Development Foundation, and I can click on transactions and I can see what's come off here. So these are actually transactions. I think these here are transaction fees that pay for the contract to sort of be executed on this world global computer. So contract invoke transactions, if we click on here, this is where the money is actually being transferred. So there's lots of different sub-accounts under this giant Ethereum development community contract account. And we can see here 6 days ago and 6 hours ago we had 100,000 ether sent to this account here. And it's 100,000 ether, so if I can open this up in a new tab, and 100,000 ether, and it's actually not 0.66, but it's 0.99, 100,123 equals basically $1 million, as you can see there. So that's pretty cool, 100,000 ether, and then we can click on, if we go back here, so that's the Ethereum development contract address. Basically think of it like a business or an entity or a foundation, charity, whatever you want to call it. They've sent 100,000 here 6 days ago. 45 days ago they sent 250,000 ether, which is about 2.5 million US dollars, to the same account. As you can see, the same number. And then if we go to that number and click on that account, we can actually see where the money is being spent next. Okay, so if I click on it, I can go and have a look, and I can see that 1 day and 5 hours ago 909 ether was sent to this account, and we can currently see that at the moment there's 74,000 ether in there. So we can see the balance of everything, and the balance of sub-accounts and the balance of other accounts. So in the future, when a charity is running or a business is running that claims to be transparent or claims to be doing the right thing, or a government is running, we can all go and log in and have a look at these accounts. And it's just a beautiful thing that we'll be able to see exactly where the money is being spent. So we can see that 25,000 ether was sent to this account, and this might be a developer. There's a lot of money, or it could be another sub-business, or it could be all sorts of things, and then we can see the movement of 3 days ago, the 25,000 ether. So it's just a really interesting way to be able to ensure that when you go and invest in a company, and we can see that there's a balance of 96,000 ether in here, we can ensure that a charity or a government or a company that supposedly is saying they're doing the right thing, we can ensure that the money that we're spending with them is being spent on the right things. So it's offering a new world of transparency, and this is kind of like what we've always wanted, and these are the real transactions. So yeah, really excited, and there's lots of companies out here that are doing this now. A lot of them are in the cryptocurrency space at the moment, but it's just a matter of time before it moves everywhere else. And the more we invest in these types of companies, the more other charities or companies will be forced or inspired to use this type of technology to show that they are really cool. So there's a really cool uh, application called Provenance, which is basically sort of proof of supply chains, which is adopting this technology. They're still being built at the moment. They're in alpha or beta stage at the moment, but building trust in great companies and their products, and that's what we'll be able to do. So the way I see it, the more that we invest in these types of businesses now, the more big companies or corporations will be forced to adopt this technology. The more people find out about this technology, the more self-managed super funds ethical funds will be forced to use this type of technology, and the more transparent where all the money is being spent, investors won't be left in the dark anymore, and it's just going to be a better world where we're going to see more money go directly to the cause instead of going to the middleman who are, you know, sometimes just lining their pockets and flying on their first class plane tickets around the world. So really exciting stuff. So yeah, go for it. Research more about Ethereum, especially Ethereum because it's the most advanced blockchain there is out there. And if you have any questions, just ask away.